Hello guys, and welcome back once again to the Asian channel. And today we are going to talk about, with the title as the largest navy in the world today, China would have the largest fleet of fighter jets, surpassing even the mighty United States Air Force. This is a future reality that could be achieved by China within just a couple of years at this current rate. This was personally highlighted by Navy Admiral John C. Aquilino, the head of the U.S. Pacific Command, on the recent testimony to the Senate Armed Services Committee on March 21st. How is this possible, and how would China achieve this? Well, let me explain. First off, this is merely measuring the number of fighter jets in service. This doesn't include reconnaissance, tankers, trainers, transport and electronic warfare, etc., but merely the metric of fighter jet in service. The U.S. is around 3 to 4 times larger fleet than China for overall aircraft. This is because the United States has hundreds of bases globally, so they need a large fleet of aircraft used for their massive logistic operations and troop movements. Well, China only has one foreign military base, so mostly of their aircraft used on logistic operations are used within the country's territory. China has 3,100 combined aircrafts used for all kinds of operation. But what is the troubling scenario Admiral Aquilino was pointing? He means the Chinese massive rate of fighter production and acquisition in the past few years are more notably their plans to even double their current production rate. Because currently the U.S. is only passing to buy 104 F-15EX and 1,700 F-35, and currently they receive around 85 to 95 aircrafts per year. Lockheed Martin is capable of producing 130 to 140 F-35 per year, but some were intended for the export market. Meanwhile, China's production was massively underestimated. They would believe at first that China produces only around 40 to 50 J-20 per year, but based on latest reports, since 2023, China produced around 90 to 100 J-20. They were able to achieve this because the production of J-10C from Chengdu Aircraft Corporation was moved to the factory of Guizhou Aircraft Corporation in Guiyang, and China has almost stopped acquiring J-10C over the past years. So no J-10C were inducted in the People's Liberation Army Air Force. The J-10C production was more likely intended for the export orders. Also, Chengdu recently is working to double their 300,000 square meter factory and double it more than 600,000 square meters. So in the coming years, we should expect more increase on the J-20 stealth fighter annual production rate. It could massively spike once the expansion is finished. Also, China's second large aircraft production company, which is Shenyang Corporation, they're also currently working to expand their 400,000 square meter factory by 40 to 45% increase. So once finished, we could expect almost 50% additional production increase from them. For now, Shenyang Corporation produces around 40 to 50 J-16 fighters and around 10 to 15 J-15 fighters annually, while the Shenyang is also preparing the production facility of the J-35 and J-31 stealth fighter. We should also take into account the average production of 10 to 12 H-6 long-range strategic bomber annually. The H-6K variant is for the Air Force. The H-6J is for naval aviation, and the H-6N is a nuclear strike bomber. While the J-11 and JH-7 production have mostly stopped to accommodate the newer aircrafts. So currently, at this rate, China will receive more fighters than the U.S., and in the next 3 to 5 years, we could also expect larger increase in production, while the U.S. will most likely remain the same. This is what Admiral Aquilino was saying on his report. Meanwhile, the U.S. next-generation fighter is also expected to be more expensive than the F-35. So when the production of the F-35 stops and switch to the NGAD, many are expecting the U.S. couldn't purchase as many NGAD compared to the F-35 ordered. We should also take into account the U.S. has a lot of foreign bases globally, so their fighters are spread out globally. Some are stationed within the United States and others stationed in other countries, while Chinese fighters are all stationed in the Chinese mainland, spread out to the 5 military jurisdictions within the country: the Central, Southern, Eastern, Western, and Northern Theater Command. So the U.S. Asia-Pacific Command has long been outnumbered, according to Admiral Aquilino. Some could say that quantity over quality is better, and the U.S. has slight military technology edge over China. This could be true, but having a lesser number still complicated things for the United States when over the past 50 years, they have enjoyed superiority in numbers and technology to almost every air force in the world. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you want more topics like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you soon.